I could lie to you and memorize the words that I want to say in this video and pretend that I'm being off the cuff. Pretend that what I'm saying is from the top of my brain, instead of doing what I'm about to do and read from a book. Because if I read from a book, then I stop looking at you. And it highlights the fact that this is all built, that this is scripted and performed and acted, and that I'm not actually talking to you person to person. It highlights the fact that there is a camera propped up on my bed as I've meticulously arranged my room as a set for the video that I'm working on. And it highlights the fact that I've been working on it from before I turned the camera on. I could go through the full facade. However, it seems a little antithetical to the point I'm trying to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from the book. And you're going to accept that maybe that makes me less genuine. Or maybe the fact that I've chosen my words carefully and the fact that I'm going to edit this down to get my thoughts across the way I want to, maybe that makes it more genuine than if I did a stream of consciousness. Broadcast yourself. That's where all of this started. The idea that we all have something worth saying, something worth doing, something worth showing off to the world in exchange for clicks. But my question is why? What purpose does it serve? Are we just shouting into the void? Or are we truly engaging with each other? Do we care what other people have to say if the only thing on our mind is, I should probably make a video response to this? Is it a conversation, or is it using other people to get ourselves noticed? Who are we showing off to? An audience we don't know or care for? Each other? Are we desperately seeking validation from the people we look up to? Because if we can make something worth showing, maybe then people will finally look up to us in that same way. Do we edit ourselves down to the highlight reel? Because deep down, we truly feel that if people saw what really goes on behind closed doors, they may stop liking us. I don't have all the answers, but I do have a lot of questions. How can you talk about breaking down barriers when each year you build them bigger, towering? In giving these voices a platform, you've put them on a pedestal. All lights on them. The rest a sea of silhouettes, drowning, the new voices lost in their screams. It all started with an idea. Broadcast yourselves. So we do. We broadcast each other too. A vast network of voices shouting from the rooftops, gathering together and filling fields with laughter. All of us equal, all of us people. The cost of togetherness is at an all-time high. It's about time it crashed. I still struggle to understand what I'm trying to achieve with all this. And I think it's the complex nature of thinking about yourself whilst completely sober that ruins it all for me. And so here's an attempt to use my drunken self to try and get to the heart of what's going on. The art of how manufactured everything is, and how we keep tea bags in our mugs because that's better than the truth. What is smaller YouTube except the manufactured platform that we wish the man would give us? What is everything we do except an attempt to build our own voice, to build a platform to raise ourselves higher? What are we doing? Really though, despite everything I've just said, despite how dicky it sounded, what are we doing? We're making things, and we're distracting ourselves, and we're building our own brand, despite how many of us say that we're not. We're building it. If it's that we have no brand, if it's that we do one thing, if it's that we do many, we're all trying to find some goddamn meaning in life. If you're drunk, like I am, if you're sober, like too many of us are, what are we trying to achieve? What are we trying to accomplish? Some people are writing. Some people are making content. Some people are living their lives. And even then, we edit it down. We cut out the parts that we don't want our friends to see when we're sat in the corner of our room, stressing and crying and wishing we could message that one person who just understands, who just gets it, you know? When we wish that we could be as good as the person who wishes they could be as good as us was. What are we doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish with any of this. I've been doing this for well over 5 years. This nonsense, this manufactured bullshit, where I try and convince you I'm clever in a desperate plea for you to like me. And I don't know if I've done that. I don't know if every tweet I send, every video I upload, every message that I write to any of you, I don't know if I'm endearing you to me or if I'm driving you away. And the worst part is I don't know which of the two I prefer. But even then, if I drive you away, I'm the tortured artist who has no friends. And that's a romanticized ideal that I strive towards sometimes, because it's better than the reality, which is that I'm a 21-year-old student who has no life plan, no talent, no skills, no nothing, no value. And right now, I'm trying to appear genuine with no editing, no script, no nothing. I'm sat here with a cup that for all you know, it could be empty. It could be filled with tea bags, because you know, I know that you know that this isn't real. You're not talking to me. I'm not talking to you. I'm sat in my room talking to a goddamn camera and pretending that it's real. But it's just not. We're all trying. We're all trying so goddamn hard to win the approval of a world that doesn't give a shit. And some of us know that. Some of us accept that, and some of us don't care. And so we fill our mugs with tea bags and we pour them out at the beginning to remind you that art is dead. And then we spend 5 minutes talking about how what we're doing, that's real, that's alive. And none of it has any impact. We move on. We watch another video. We go and see a chatty get ready with me. We go and it's all pointless. And I look like I'm having a breakdown on camera. I look like I got drunk and decided that a video would be the best plan. Because that's what happened. I went out and I got drunk and I thought, I'm going to make a video because I haven't made one in a while. And if that's the reason I'm making a video, if that's the reason I do anything, who am I kidding? Who are you kidding? If you go out and you say, I haven't made a video in a while, and I'm sorry. Or if you think to yourself, I wanted to upload a video on Monday, but I didn't, and I feel bad. As opposed to, I wanted to do something. What is your motivation? Are you fighting anyone? Are you fighting yourself? Are you trying to convince yourself that women can be funny? Are you trying to say that you have some worth? Are you trying to teach people? Or are you just trying to be liked? Are you trying to convince the world that what you're doing is true and for real and it has merit? But at the same time, it's got nothing to it because it's shallow. Because art is dead. Because your mug is filled with tea bags, and that moment you took a slurp in the middle of a video, you were acting. Because everything's a performance. Do you want to pretend that I didn't spend 15 minutes practicing and thinking and double thinking and overthinking and considering the impact that every word I'm saying could have? Are you going to sit there and pretend that you didn't click this because you want to see what Gregamiah does next? Because what Gregamiah does next is of no consequence to you. My mug
is full of tea bags. And YouTube's full of performance.